Welcome, friends. Today we are doing another first impressions video. Marvellous. So today I will be starting the first of a short series, certainly shorter than the Zoologist and Attar d'Orange and Parfum d'Empire videos. Because the number of samples in this collection is only 7. And the sample set that I will be doing first impressions on is the History of Attar collection by Areej Dorè. Nice. So this is the box, the little size. It's very nice, I must say. Very nice. It's nice paper, nice cardboard. It's got like a nice little fluffy thingy here. It's not fluffy, it's like padded, you know. And then inside you have 7 samples. So that's going to be awkward as far as making a video is concerned, because I usually do 4 at a time. But I'll do 4 then 3. Very nice presentation though. All the different juices are shown there. And there's a little booklet. So we will choose the 4 that we're going to do today. And they will be, from left to right, Limiti, Beauty and the Beast, Gul Henna, and the ghosts are out for this one, and Ambre De Coco. And I'm actually really looking forward to that one. That's the one I'm actually like, that stood out for me. I like Amber, I like Coco. So hopefully 2 rights don't make a wrong, but it has happened before. There's 1. There's 2, 3, and 1 for you as well, Limit. So I have the little booklet here, and it will tell me the information as we go through. These are made by Russian Adam to go through the history of the Attars from India, apparently. I believe, anyway. Here we are. The History of the Indian Attar collection in spray format is a new generation view on one of the most amazing perfume cultures of the world. Various traditional Indian attars made by water distillation in a copper pot were taken as the foundation for this collection. A plethora of precious and rare ingredients were added, giving life to 7 breathtaking compositions that you are about to discover. We welcome you to the world of Attars in spray format. Thanks. I feel welcomed after that. I don't know about you. So we will try Limiti first. I've got to admit, Areej Dorè, I had the 6th collection, this little number, and none of them really stood out. I really wanted to smell the, that's a nice little box as well, isn't it? I like that. Good presentation, good box. I really wanted to try the Queerusi and then found out it was a garment perfume. So, excuse me whilst I hydrate. I wasn't overwhelmed. I wasn't overwhelmed by that collection, to be honest with you. I heard a few people say a few things like they weren't really that impressed, or they weren't really into it as much, you know. So Here's the 7th collection. I have heard some good things about this. A couple of people have got some favourites. I know Ramsey's a huge Areej Dorè fan, and he's had Russian Adam on. I would recommend you go and watch that video, actually. The Russian Adam and Ramsey, I think it was either I think it was a stream, but it was like an interview stream sort of thing. It was good. It's really good content. I think Russian Adam's actually like a good part of the community. Very transparent about what he does. Very different. Provides something completely away from 99% of all these other fragrances I've got. So I'm always interested in trying something new, and obviously the hype around them is insane. So, but I would never pay aftermarket prices because they're just scalpers, and I won't reward that behaviour. It's outrageous. So this is Limiti. We'll finally get round to it. Limiti, single note composition created by the unique traditional Indian method of distilling dry clay in a copper pot. Limiti is not a perfume, but rather a bottled emotion that represents the moment of first raindrops hitting the dry clay soil. I wonder what it smells like, though. I've just got a little bit on my finger there. It's not ideal. Anyway, Limiti, what's your game? Let's see. Definitely get this kind of clay aspect to it. A little bit woody. It's very... dry. Doesn't feel like rain. Very pure in its feel. Like, I'm struggling to do it. It's like a dry wood, but very natural, very real. Obviously, like Russian Adam, the Areej Dorè proud themselves on everything, like a lot of naturals and like very rare and exotic naturals and stuff. This is, like I say, this is completely different. This style of perfume is completely left field and strange to me. It's fresh. No. But not citrus fresh, like wood fresh. There's a lot going on there. It's very hard to describe. Dry, fresh, woody, but deep. Next, we will try Beauty and the Beast. Let's have a look, shall we? The most luxurious and costly natural ingredients of Indian perfumery, namely rose and oud, presented in a perfectly harmonious and classy composition. Top notes, Indian rose. Heart notes, French cocoa. Base notes, Indian oud distilled in rose water. Other various Indian ouds as well. Okay, so various ouds and rose and some chocolate. Let's have a smell. It's going to be a bit like that Baltnikov Oud Monarch. Is that what it's called? Oh. That's nice. Very rosy. Very rosy. There's a little bit of skank, a little bit of dirt. Filth. The most luxurious and costly natural ingredients of Indian perfumery. Rose and oud. Oud's got a slightly metallic thing. At the end of, like, when you're breathing it in, you get this slight iron type of feel from it. Very... That could be the rose, actually, you know. Because when you've got a very rich rose where there's a lot of rose absolute, where there's a lot of like pure rose, rose can smell like vinegar when you first put it on. Rose oil when it's pure. Don't know if you've ever had that before, and it can take hours to open up. But it's very not astringent but vinegary. It's very acidic. It's got that kind of feel to it, like base, you know. And then it opens up and flowers up. That's what this feels like. It's got that type of thing going on. You're getting little sweet puffs from the cocoa as well. It's very nice. It's very nicely made. It's very nicely... You see, I've said there it's very nicely made. I do not know about distillation and how to mix things and like all of that kind of thing. Like, I'm completely unfamiliar with it, but it smells nicely blended, you know. I know they don't blend perfumes in the East the way that we do it in the West. It's a completely different process, completely. Because I thought when I first smelled Areej Dorè and those sort of things and feel oud for the first time, I thought that they weren't brilliantly made. That was wrong because of my ignorance of the fact that they don't blend things the way that we do. We blend stuff drop by drop. We use chemical formulas. We do this, that, and the other. That's not how this is done. This is done by distillation. It's a completely different process. It's like comparing apples and oranges. They're not the same thing. This is very lovely. The rose is sharp. Like, there's obviously a lot of rose in here, you know. It's very sharp. The oud is dark, and Indian oud tends to be that kind of Hindi oud where it's got a bit of shittiness to it, and this does have that facet. There is a shitty aspect to it. In the smell, not the quality. Apparently it's just when it's been fermented for too long. Fresh. There's something in there that's a little fresh. It could be the rose opening up. Beautiful. It's very nice. It's very pretty. I'm not sure I could get away with wearing that. But it's very rosy. It's making me mouth water. That's how rosy it is, you know. Very nice. Next. I just need a second for that to get out my nose. I'm going to hydrate. Excuse me. Oh, delicious. A delicious hydration. Okay. Next, we have Gul Hena. Modern, fresh and floral take on one of the most gorgeous yet misunderstood Indian attars, called Mendi Attar, that is focused on white henna flowers. Top notes: bergamot and magnolia. Heart notes: henna flowers, rose and jasmine distilled in a base of white musk. And the base note is sandalwood. Okay. Henna flowers. Let's have a look, shall we? Gul Henna. Spelled different ways. On the bottle it's Hena. In the pamphlet it's Hina. Okay. That's pretty. It's very floral. Very musky, white musk. It's pretty. I wouldn't wear this. It's not for me. I'm getting the magnolia as well. Not a fan. Not a fan of magnolia. Not a fan of jasmine. Henna, I'm not so sure. Excuse me. Lovely. Very fresh. You get the bergamot. But there's like, get the white musk and the sandalwood as well. It's becoming ever more creamy. And like magnolia can give that sort of effect as well. I get this floral, slightly fresh, bitter kind of woody, creamy. Bitter, floral, creamy. Slightly musky, slightly cloudy. It's nice, it's really nice. That I'd like to smell it on a lady. I'm not sure I could wear it myself because I don't like that kind of floral, deep, musky sort of vibe, you know. Almost indolic. The jasmine's there, but it's not on that piece of paper. It's not coming through, you know. Excuse me. It's it's more of a, I'm going to say something stupid, like it's like a floral jasmine. It's not indolic. Imagine jasmine smelling more like a flower and less like shit, you know. And a little bit of greenness in there too. That might be the bergamot. Anywho, last but certainly not least, the one I've been looking forward to. Ambre De Coco. The most popular, complex and intense Indian attar, known as Ambra Shamama, transformed into a modern, sophisticated, spicy sandal and oud shipra perfume composition. Excuse me. Top notes: touch of peach accord and cocoa absolute. Heart notes: more than 50 Indian spices and herbs distilled into a base of pure Indian sandalwood. And the base notes, touch of ambergris, Indian oud, oak moss and amber accord. Sounds delightful. Oh, it's stained the paper. Very much so. The darkest of the four. So, let's have a smell. Cocoa straight away. Sandalwood, yes. I get the ambergris and the oak moss as well. I almost get like a very soft chorus urinal cake vibe. You know, that's definitely there for me. I don't know what's given that off, but there's a slightly urinous quality to it. And it could be the ambergris, because ambergris can do all sorts of things. I definitely get other facets that I know that are ambergris in this, you know. Not getting much peach. Well, maybe a little bit, you know, that kind of furry, juicy thing. A little bit of cocoa, a little bit of cocoa, something a little bit herbal, green. For me, the overriding thing I've got out of this so far is that, like, that urinal puck. This kind of weird, fresh toilet kind of vibe, you know? It's definitely got that going on. I don't know if this will be different on skin. It probably will be. I'd imagine it would be. Chocolate's not quite as pronounced as I thought it was going to be for a perfume that's got cocoa in the name. It's there, don't get us wrong. Soft. A little bit powdery. It's very nice. But if I was to pick a winner out of these four so far, I would probably have to go with Beauty and the Beast. I'll be choosing which of these to try on skin in the third video. But this brings to an end our... Oh no, I'll go back over them first. We'll try Limiti. I know what he means about it not being necessarily a perfume and more of like a feeling, an emotion, he called it. Definitely got that vibe. Sometimes I think I shouldn't read the literature because it puts ideas in your head and you don't smell what you smell. But then I think in other ways that it's the best thing to do, because then you actually get more of what you are intended to get, you know? Like, if YSL's Opium wasn't called Opium, would it be the same perfume? Probably not. Beauty and the Beast's really nice. It's a big oud. big oud now. The rose is much less. It's got overtones of the night, because obviously that's Indian oud as well. Can't imagine how much that would cost. I have no idea what these cost, by the way. But I know they're expensive, because all of Areej stuff's like really expensive, but that's the ingredients that they use. Gul Henna is definitely the most Western of the offerings that I've smelled from this house. Big florals in the middle. Henna, magnolia, jasmine, white musk. It's lovely, but I couldn't wear that. I could not wear that, unfortunately. And then Ambre De Coco. That's changing. The urinal puck has like calmed down a lot. Very, very calm. Much calmer. It's got that pot of freshness. That I think that's coming from the ambergris and the oak moss. Could be some of the herbs and stuff, you know. There'll be herbs and spices I've never smelled before in there. Very nice. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this little trek through the history of Indian Attar by Areej. I'm a little late to the party, but I am here now, and I will be trying the rest of these fragrances in a video very soon. Thank you very much, everyone. I will see you all again soon. Bye.